throws, or grappling.
From the blue corner, Sonrak!
Sonrak is back, and what a streak he has been on, Brian. After dropping four losses in a row, he has really rallied back, and it was spurred by that move to Fairtex Training Center out in Pattaya, Thailand, because wow, he looked spectacular. Leveled up everything, included the nutrition, the strength and conditioning, better sparring partners, and just really found a rhythm. And those two knockouts that he had, Brian, or actually that one knockout, and then that majority decision over Alfie Pontine, where he just looked spectacular. But those bonus winning performances are really what this young man is truly capable of.
Mitch, sometimes that little change of scenery can make all of the difference, and he is demonstrating that, rolling a 3-fight winning streak on One Friday Fights into this matchup, looking to make it 4. He's a southpaw puncher. He loves to use his punches and his low kicks in combination to just smash his opponent's great body attacks, especially with those hands, and he is confident at close range that he can score a knockout with the elbows. In this fight, I want to see him put the pressure on, hurt the legs and the body of his opponent. His opponent is a Muay stylist, a technical fighter. So get in there, use pain compliance, make him uncomfortable, take away that space where his opponent is going to want to be technical, and fill it in with body shots and low kicks.
He says he can find the knockout with the upper body, Brian, but I think you're right. I think the body kicks, the low kicks are gonna slow him down and then set up the big shots up top.
From the red corner, Petwichit!
Petwichit returns to Lumpini Stadium. This young man is known as a high-level Muay fighter out of the Muay gym right here in Bangkok, Thailand. He was molded by his dad and really showed him how to be a professional athlete. His dad was a former fighter and really showed Petwichit exactly what he needed to be great, and he's tried to live up to that to the best of his ability. But man, he's running into some tough, high-level competition here on One Friday Fights. He spoke to us a lot about some of his matchups and the success that he's had, but also in some of the losses, the things that he's learned and where he needed to sharpen up. So he went back to Muay gym and really tried to sharpen up those areas. And one thing he spoke about is both these guys share a common opponent in Pung Luan. And he says, I took Pung Luan's shots better. I can make this fight dirty, I can find the knockout, and I can end him inside the distance.
Pung Luan, an incredible opponent and a great experience to go through to fight someone so tough and make it out. He is an orthodox technical fighter who is also very well versed in the clinch. He has a beautiful switch left kick off of his lead side that is so fast, so accurate. He has adapted his technical style to be more aggressive with his hands, to complement the technique, more aggressive with his boxing. That will help him flow into that clinching game. Slick fight IQ, and he says he has assessed Sonrak. He thinks that he's got a low gas tank, and that is where he is vulnerable. He's looking to push the pace, test his cardio. I want to see him kick on the outside, and then carefully close that distance with punches, block the low kicks, block the body shots, test the clinch, work in there. It's a great opportunity to do damage with the knees and the elbows.
Yeah, Brian, it was an interesting statement with the gas tank. Petwichit says that Sonrak fades at the end of each round, and that's where he's going to be able to take advantage of the fight.
Now, we have 3 3-minute rounds of Muay Thai, contested at 139 pounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, training out of Fairtex Training Center, with a fight record of 66 wins and 22 losses. a 75% win rate. Representing Myanmar, Sonrak! And introducing the opponent, fighting out of the red corner, training out of Muay, with a fight record of 77 wins and 21 losses, a 79% win rate. Representing Thailand, Petwichit!
ทั้งคู่นะชกให้เต็มที่นะมีน้ำใจนักกีฬาล้มไม่ซ้ำไม่ทำฟาวล์นะไม่เตะกระจับไม่แทงกระจับนะวะจัดReady, Tom.
One Friday Fights, the global platform in search of the next rising star to join One Friday Fights and to earn the One Championship and to earn that $100,000 contract along the way. Sonrak, Petwichit, getting things going in our co-main event. Brian, we got the open stance, southpaw versus orthodox.
Petwichit so athletic. Ooh. Looking big in this fight too, taking his kick high early, but Sonrak answering with the left hand. The left hand of the southpaw Petwichit is going to have to be very careful, make sure that he utilizes his footwork, his head movement, and his guard to not eat that left hand.
Petwichit looking to time the counter shots off of the movement of Sonrak. Looking to go second and go heavy as Sonrak looks to let go with that left hand. Push kick up the middle, right on the hip. Goes to the inside of the leg. Petwichit stalking Sonrak as he pump fakes with the right leg. Inside leg kick, the toes touch. Sonrak answers right back.
Sonrak measuring. Petwichit needs to be very careful of the left hand and that inside low kick that will come from Sonrak. Very fast with those counters. Sonrak, on the other hand, needs to watch for this high kick that's coming from Petwichit. He can just whip that thing up there. Virtually no telegraph and no motion, just boop, high kick out of nowhere.
Sonrak touching Petwichit with the left hand. Petwichit's carrying his hands incredibly low, relying on his reflexes and not giving any respect to Sonrak's power.
Could be mind games, could be looking to entertain the crowd. It is risky business.
Yeah, Sonrak's got heat in those hands. It's a dangerous game to play gunslinging and carrying your hands at your hips against Sonrak. He touched him with that left hand. Now Sonrak's looking to put it on Petwichit. Petwichit misses with the high kick and Sonrak closes the distance.
The left hand from the southpaw, a very dangerous weapon. Unless you put in there with the southpaw, it is hard to explain. It's the angles, the way they throw it. It's so different from an orthodox fighter throwing the right hand. And if you don't train for it, it's so hard to pick up. That left hand from Sonrak doing work in this first round.
Sonrak's got the shorts hiked up on that left side, so you know he's getting ready to throw that left kick. He's like, I do not want these shorts impeding this rocket launcher I've got right here on my left side. Petwichit going back to the corner. Sonrak takes a stool. Entertaining first three, Brian.
Petwichit riding his guard really low in that round. Not quite sure what the reasoning was, but Sonrak made him pay. Taking the left kick, following with the left hand. Just great timing. Classic technical Muay Thai move. Following up with another big left kick. Here we see that technique one more time. Beautiful. Distracting, showing the left, and then following up the right. Sonrak, a very powerful southpaw. Petwichit needs to get a bead on that left hand and not be there. First, you got to put up the guard, but then you got to use the feet.
Brian, there's so much on the line. The $100,000 contract, the bonuses, the life-changing opportunity that's presented here on One Friday Fights. What changes would you like to see in this second round for one of these guys to really pull ahead? After a successful first from Sonrak, and that big left hand kind of was the difference maker in that round.
Sonrak's doing a great job, taking his time, being tricky. A big right hand landing from Petwichit just now. Sonrak, though, stick with the game plan for the first round. Petwichit, maybe moving into the clinch, will be more successful with him. He's very well worked first at this distance. Maybe he needs to spam that right kick a little bit more, but he's got to get a bead on that left hand, and he's got to make sure that he is not there for it. Beautiful counter right there from Petwichit.
Yeah, Petwichit is trying to draw in Sonrak into going first and then countering with a big shot. Right there, beautiful left hand shot as Sonrak looked to go. Beautiful left hand. Petwichit has some beautiful moments, but he just can't find those big capitalizing momentum swings for himself. He's had that in a lot of his fights.
Both of these guys are big punchers, a little loose and wild with their guards. To be honest, that left hand from Sonrak out there again, but Petwichit using his height advantage, finding his distance better, able to counter off the backside. But Sonrak again driving forward with two left hands.
Nice shot. Petwichit was able to land there off of Sonrak going, but then Sonrak fired right back with a huge left hand.
In this round so far, it is just trading these power weapons, especially the rear hands from both of these guys. Petwichit seeming to find his distance better, but then Sonrak fires another left. Right hand, left again.
Snapping the head back of Petwichit. Sonrak starting to find a groove here in this second round. Petwichit backed up with the push kick. Sonrak closes the distance. His arms are incredibly long. He is able to touch Petwichit from a distance, Brian.
They are. He is able to rotate, and he's marching forward. He's stepping in on his punches, which is so important. Another big left.
That was a beautiful kick punch on that left side from Sonrak. Goes up top.
Yeah, Sonrak owns that combination. It's a great way to set it up. Your opponent is worried about the kick. They're worried about the outside angle. And then left hand fires right down the middle, and another one lands. Sonrak is just threading the needle every time with that beautiful left hand.
Yeah, that left hand, man, it's money over and over. Landing right on the money. Look at that, busting up the face of Petwichit, who looks for the downward elbow, can't find a home for it. Great use of the clinch from Sonrak to hide his head from those elbows.
It seemed like Petwichit was handling the left hand better and able to counter off the backside of it, but again, he's eating the shot without an answer.
Another kick punch to end the round as Petwichit celebrates his busted up face, but he's trying to get the crowd on his side. As Petwichit goes back to the corner, I wonder if Namsak Noi, the Emperor, has any advice for his student.
No doubt he does, Mitch. Don't get caught in these wars. Be smart. Counter with that right hand. You can still get the knockout without taking the damage, but Sonrak just doing a great job of following up on his combinations. Here, Petwichit finding a home for his right hand, but Sonrak stepping through, getting close. He's not stopping on just one shot. He's following up with more. Just smart, solid basics coming from the fighter out of the Fairtex Training Center.
Oh, Brian, One Friday Fights is the launching pad for those established fighters like these two, but also those young up-and-comers who want to earn a shot at the highest levels in the world at the flagship One Championship. Sonrak looking to go 4 in a row here on One Friday Fights. Landed with a kick punch yet again. Can Petwichit dig deep and find the intestinal fortitude, the will and determination to turn this match on its head and capture one of his biggest wins to date? And he's hunting for it as he starts swinging for the fences here in this third and final round.
Boy, makes Petwichit Petwichit is looking fired up, but once again, riding that guard very low, not returning the hands to the chin. He is going to get in there, and he is going to test Sonrak. But Sonrak could just be one left hand and one right hook away from closing the deal in this very exciting exchanges right now.
It's a dangerous gamble, Brian, but no risk, no reward. And right now, Petwichit needs to go all in and look for a big shot that can hurt Sonrak, at least get a knockdown, because he's down 2 rounds on the scorecards. He needs to go.
Yes, he does, Mitch. Petwichit driving forward, measuring the distance, throwing big looping shots. If one of them lands, bad intentions written all over those punches. Sonrak again driving in, though, great timing. He's technical. He can brawl when he needs. He can be a puncher when he needs, but he can also be smart when he needs to, Mitch.
Oh, he just landed a beautiful 3-punch combination. Every single shot hit the mark, threading right through that guard. Touches him with the left hand right there, gets into the body lock, and just muscling Petwichit, who looks like the bigger framed individual, but that strength and conditioning program over at Vertex must be on the money for Sonrak.
Petwichit is young and strong, but perhaps getting caught up a little bit in his feelings, his emotions, in his own head right now, not thinking about the game plan so much, getting wild with his punches, letting him go. That's what he needs to do. But Sonrak just composed and patient and smart.
Push kick down the middle, creates some space. Petwichit closed the distance, under 1 minute to go. There's again with that kick punch. That is just a beautiful combination for Sonrak. Fires off the left leg, doesn't even hit the ground with it. Fires off that left hand as he lands with the left hand yet again. Busting up the face of Petwichit and then beating up that lead leg.
Mitch, that hurt Petwichit bad. It is the sharp, accurate punching from Sonrak and the timing, not using a ton of energy, but really when he needs to, letting his hands go, and they are landing, and they are doing damage, and he is really in Petwichit's head right now.
Backs him up yet again. Sonrak, the 10-second clapper has sounded. Inside leg. Petwichit can't find the mark. Right under the arm, 2 kicks for good measure. Just to put the nail in the coffin. Petwichit looks dejected. Sonrak looks elated. And that, my friends, is the fight game.
Sonrak just getting better every time we see him. Really looking so good with the left hand, but it wasn't just the punching combinations. It was off the left kick. It was the timing, little feints, extending it so well. Like you said, probably looking longer than it is as he stepped in, extending his arm, getting full rotation. That adds to the power. And those little gloves, they do not lie. The knuckles landing on the target. Petwichit, very game, very much in this fight. But Sonrak looking so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have called this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision.
Sonrak makes it 4 in a row on one Friday fights, picks up the unanimous decision victory over the tough Petwichit.